Hi, this is BarryWhite Hanson, the epitome of darkness and musical format. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my first deck guide that I've ever done, and I hope you enjoy it. This was a deck that I created last night while I was on stream. I just wanted to do something different. After the Syndicate Leader Challenge, you started to see less and less DJ decks and a little more diversity. I saw some monsters last night, a lot more Scoia'tael, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to make a deck that's kind of weird, off the beaten path, that's not cards that you're seeing commonly played this season. And the results I came up with were pretty good. I was watching a stream of a player playing Brouver with Regis, and I thought that was really interesting because that's not a common combination that you see. And it gave me the idea of, what if we added Shupe into the mix? Could we make a deck that works? And the results were actually pretty good. I think I only lost a few matches out of a 3-4 hour stream with this deck. So I figured I'd share it with y'all, hopefully add a little bit of diversity to this season as we close on it, but we still got a week or two left. So I hope you enjoy, and this is my deck, Bruh Shupe. So as you can see, we have Brouver as our leader, followed by, of course, Shupe, and then our Regis. Then we get down to Novigradian Justice, and I put this in here so that way, because you can't have duplicates and you want duplicates sometime, that at least enables you to get out either Dwarven Mercenary, Mahakam Defender, or Cleaver's Muscle if you want. So you have 3 different options for that, all of which are going to duplicate your card. So I did like that aspect of it. And then usually what I will do is I will use Dwarven Mercenary, so that puts 2 of them out there. And then you can use the rest of your Dwarves in order to gain more charges for your Mercenaries. I put Tainted Ale in there because as we're seeing bigger units get played, a lot of 4s, a lot of 6s, a lot of 7s, I feel like Tainted Ale was kind of for those times where you just want to get a card off the board before it gains any value. Because you have cards like Odo that are 6-point cards that do a lot in a short period of time. So I felt like that was the easiest way to get them off the board as quick as possible. So I threw that in there. I also threw in Gabor. That way you have the resilience if you need it. Or you have the immunity if you need it, depending on how your first round and your third round go. I put Treant Boar in there, which for Brouver decks, that's pretty common. It also allows you to help kind of whittle down your row that you're going to Regis and kind of set that up a little bit more. I put Dennis Cranmer in there as a kind of round 3 point boost of sorts. I usually will play him on the ranged row just to kind of boost, a whole row, because you're already setting it up with your Gabor, more than likely. And we also have Milva, which, goes without saying, you're playing a Scoia'tael deck, it's easy to kind of have that card accumulate. One thing that's kind of an uncommon card that you're not seeing in play a lot this season is Johnny. So I felt like that was a nice little surprise, and that's why we threw in all these specials, to help with that. However, Johnny's a 3-point card. So that's why I put in Watchman. So that way, you put down your Watchman first, and by the time it's ready to be used, you throw down your Johnny and you throw a shield on him. So he's not as easily removable at a 3-point card. Because otherwise, most times, if you're playing Nilfgaard, they're just going to yoink it from you. Which, by the way, if you're playing Nilfgaard, more than likely this card is going to be yoinked. So just expect it. That's the one kind of downside that I see to this deck. As far as me playing it, we threw in a sentry there, so you can play it however you like, whether it be putting it on the back row just to boost, or putting it on the front row just to add a little bit of extra damage to help out with your Regis. We also put Sage in there, and the reason that I did that was you have all these specials, so what better card to have in there than Sage? It's going to accumulate value as Johnny's doing extra damage for you playing those specials. I I threw a Northern Wind in there because you're seeing a lot of 4-point cards, so it can kind of help you get the upper hand in some points. I threw a Lacerate in there, which also helps with your Regis. You can play it off of Johnny. You can play it off of Sage. So it was kind of a nice addition and gets you a little bit of extra damage. I love Arrakis Venom. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it comes in handy, especially when you have a bunch of 3-point cards on the board. Elven Swordmaster was another one that I wanted to put in there just because, like I said, same thing for Treant Boar. It helps you set up that Regis a lot more. It gives you a little bit more options. The Dryad Matron I put in there to help with Mahakam Defender, just so you can help boost it. The other thing I've done in the past is I've used Brouver to move it and boost it, and then use Matron on top of that. So it's boosted up a couple points beyond just being boosted by 1 point. So it's not as easily to take away that, boost on every single turn. Cutthroat was another one that I threw in there to, once again, to help with Regis, to help kind of whittle away points on a card, set it up so you can just clear that whole back row. Well, anyways, I think I've talked your ear off long enough. Let's play some games and kind of see how it works in gameplay. Alright, so we're up against Foltest. So let's see how this holds up against Foltest. Attack! Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of Sage for now. And go ahead and get rid of Watchman for now.
Come forth, coward, and your own doom confront!
Alright, so they went ahead and they have that for 10. It's going to damage an enemy unit for 4. So let's put out our Tainted Ale. Whittle that down a little bit. Then we can put out our Cutthroat.
Finally.
Because they end up using that charge for the Cutthroat. They only damage for 3.
Oh, if only my character to know no end of Orans.
And we're going to go ahead and use our Archer. And then go ahead and use one of our leader pings and get rid of that entirely. That puts us at a tie right now. And they went ahead and put out Summoning Circle. So let's go ahead and put out our Matron.
Just one more feather and we're done.
And then after that we can put up our Mahakam Defender.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Ooh. Easy win. Easy win. Foltest was scared of Brubra Shupe. GG. Let's do this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull Sage out as well as Watchman. Not a huge ton we want to play because we do want to keep our mercenary and hold on to that so we can use it with justice. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So we don't really have anything that we can damage right now. I mean, we can play Shupe early. We don't normally play Shupe first round, but you know, let's live a little dangerously. Perfect. Get it out of here.
Congratulations. A move well made.
Well, thank you. Thank you. When I watch him pull a Leo out, just wipe it off the board. Cleaver's muscle, interesting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our cutthroat on that. So that way that breaks that shield. If we really wanted to, we could use our leader ping. I don't really think it's necessary here. And once the shield's broke, if we want to, we can use Tainted Ale to just get rid of it. Why did you hurt our boy Shupe? Alright, so let's go ahead and use Tainted Ale. And oh, we can ping it one more time. And let's use one of our leader charges.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
And they put out a cutthroat. That's fine. Because we do have our Panther. Go ahead and use that. What are they gonna play?
Alright, that's no problem.
Alright. So they went ahead and threw that out there. Which we don't really mind, because if we do win this round, it's not really an issue. But just in case, we're gonna go ahead and try to whittle that down a little bit.
There's no escape.
Alright, so we got Watchman, we've got Johnny, but not a whole lot of specials, so let's go ahead and pull those out. If we really... should we do it? Should we put out our Gabor? Let's live a little dangerously. Let's throw that out there.
Your pal, anything.
So now they have the option. They can either try to remove that, or do something like this, where they have enough points to win the round. Because otherwise they'd have to risk themselves getting one card down. So let's go ahead and pull our mercenary out. We've got a Regis, so we're good on that. And let's go ahead and pull Sage out. It gives us Johnny for the Northern Wind, which is fine. What are they gonna play? What are they gonna play?
You will not regret this, good sir.
I divined this move from a sparrow's innards.
So let's go ahead and play our Justice. And get those out there.
Now we must stick together.
Now it seems like they played some of their diplomacies and their bribery. So if this doesn't gather any more value, we can always move that to the back row. That's going to put that at 1, I think. Yeah, 1. So we'll be in pretty good shape. So let's do this to boost our defender.
Dwarves! Humans lust after our lady folk.
So now we got a 1 on both rows.
I shall relieve all burdens.
Alright, so they misplayed this. This is supposed to be on the melee row. Womp womp. Oh, feels bad. So let's go ahead and play our Sword Master since we don't have to worry about our Master of Disguise. Then we'll go ahead and play our Defender. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our Defender out there.
Mahakam!
And go ahead and ping this for 1. And yeah, looks like we're in good shape. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon.
Her grace will not be pleased.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
Alright, we'll go ahead and move this back so they can't use it. That gives us a 2, now we just need a 1. And let's go ahead and play Johnny. That way if we need to use Northern Wind, he can throw an extra shot out there.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
Let us sing the song of steel.
Alright, the nice thing is that we do have Northern Wind. So that works out perfectly. So that gives us a 2 and a 3. We put Vigo on the back row. We may be in good shape because that'll be at 1 unless it gets boosted anymore. Yep, it's gonna get boosted 1 more.
Maybe the bags of the heat while I'm at it.
So let's go ahead and put out our Treant Boar. And we're gonna have to hope there is no Leo. And go ahead and move this to the back.
One best never make a ruler wait.
They're scared. They're shaking in their boots.
But learn to flesh.
We've met. I don't recall.
And let's go ahead and put our Cleaver's Muscle.
Get out, you baldy face.
They saw it coming. They saw the Regis coming. That's 2 forfeits. People are scared of this deck. They fear this deck. Time for a Foltest matchup. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of Arrakis Venom for now. And go ahead and get rid of Neophyte for now.
Death to the enemy!
Ooh. Alright, so if we ping that for 3, we'll put it down to 6. And then if we use one of our leader pings, that puts us down to 4. So let's go ahead and just use our agitator and go ahead and boost our defender. If they use their commandos all up in the first round, we may be okay. Let's go ahead and use our archer.
They can hide.
Ping that for
but
2.
escape.
And then use leader ability. That way if they have another scout, they can't really use it.
Elves must die!
I'm assuming he's going to play Roach Merciless in the 3rd round. Alright, so they pulled out Northern Wind. Let's go ahead and put out our defender. Well, no. Use Cutthroat for now.
God, I hate scarves.
that would put us up to 10. And it would get 8 down, so that would put them at 11. We're gonna go ahead and pass, and we'll just use our Gabor for carryover. Let's go ahead and pull out a Regis Venom. And beyond that, it looks pretty good.
You must stop! Please!
And there's Pavetta, which means they put all those commandos back in the deck. So we definitely have to prepare for that.
Admiral and Shay.
Ooh, that hurt. Let's go ahead and throw out our defender. Just to pull ahead in case they end up passing. Which they more than likely will, since they're down to 7 cards.
The North, Temeria.
And here comes the commandos. So we'll go ahead and put out our Sword Master.
Let us sing the song of steel.
And we're going to go ahead and set up for a Regis.
I'll gladly help if I live to see it.
Which are you going to lock? Which are you going to lock? Alright. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and move that up to the front. And play our Lacerate. So that gives us 1 and 2s and 3s and a 4. So this is perfect.
Bloody non-humans.
Perfect. This is beautiful. Alright, so here we're going to put out our Regis. See you later, commandos. Bye.
Don't give up easy, do you?
No, no. Alright, so let's go ahead and put out Dennis on the front row.
Maybe relax to the heat while I'm at it.
And probably do Dryad after that. Not really sure why they did that.
The Veshbackers are companions.
Unless...
Regroup.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and play Cleaver's Muscle.
Oh, you've done it now.
And... I think we'll stick with that.
Sound the alarm.
And we're gonna go ahead and put up our Gabor.
Alright, that's no problem.
And that'll carry over to the third round, which will be nice. So we got Treant Boar, Watchman, and Tainted Ale. Let's go ahead and mulligan that. And mulligan Johnny. Ooh, this hurts. So let's go ahead and put out Tainted Ale as a way of asserting our dominance. Oh, thank you for the points. Alright, so we got a 3 there, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and throw out our Treant Boar. So if they put anything else on that front row, we got a Rackus Venom.
Of which even the sages have not dreamt.
Perfect. And we'll go ahead and move this forward, break the shield. Use our Treant Boar, ping it for 2. And let's see what their last card is. We did it, y'all. We did it. GG. Well, that was the Bruh Shupe deck. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I've enjoyed playing it. It was a lot of fun to make. If you want to play it, the deck list will be down here in the description. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be putting up a lot more Gwent content, so stay tuned. I also have a Twitch channel. I stream Gwent most evenings. So if you want, check that out. And yeah, enjoy the deck. And until next time, I'm BarryWhite Hanson, the epitome of darkness in musical format. Y'all have a wonderful day.